What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph growing in Zone 6B. If you are here for the first time, welcome for the first time. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, just know that I am a small space gardener growing in Zone 6B, Ohio. I grow on about 520 square feet. I started gardening about 4 years ago, and I dove headfirst into it. I try to garden using cheaper methods. I try to source what I can for free or at a discount. And so a lot of what I talk about on my videos is pertaining to sourcing different things free or cheap, or at a discount, or as cheaply as I can get it. Now, for this video, I am going to talk about fertilizers. So when I first started gardening, I bought all the things. You know, I went to my Home Depot. I bought many of the things that I saw on the shelf, and I wasn't really paying attention to the price. I was just getting this, getting that. And reality is, all of the stuff that I got, it all worked. Now, I will tell you, for fertilizing, you need to be on a schedule. Otherwise, it doesn't work as well. Fertilize weekly, every 2 weeks, or whenever your plants need. And so that's what I learned about that. But the point of this video is I was out and about, because it's February, and in Ohio, the local stores, Dollar Tree, has their seeds out. Mark's is a discount store near me, and they sell groceries as well as closeout goods. And so I went into Mark's, supposed to be getting one thing, and you know I came out with some garden stuff. And I'm going to show y'all what I bought. So first of all, they had this seed starting mix. Now, I don't always buy seed starting mix, and I honestly don't care what brand it is. Although there is one brand that had more fungus gnats than any other brand, but that might have been a fluke. But I got this organic burpee seed starting mix for $4.99. When I find a deal, I get several. So I got 4 of these, and the reason being is when I look at how much I'm going to pay for something, I look at what the net weight is relative to the price. So this is 3.9 pounds of seed starting mix for $5. So that's $1 and some change a pound. So seed starting mix, when I price it out, when I look at different stores and what they're offering, like Drug Marts was $7.99 for a bag about the same size. You know, I normally stay $1.50 a pound or less. And so that was a good deal to me. So I got 4 of those. I think, yep, had to check. Got 4 of those. And then I got these fertilizers. So this is Berry Tone Organics. This was actually only $3 and some change. And this is 4 pounds. So this was less than $1 a pound, which was a deal. And then I got this here, which is also organic, and it was $3 and some change, and this is 4 pounds, so this was less than $1 a pound. So when I look for deals, that's what I look for. Now, for seed starting mix, I use regular seed starting mix like you saw there. It has very little nutrients in it, but it does have some. Like this burpee seed starting mix, it actually has some fertilizer in it. So this is a 633 nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium right there. Seed starting mix, so it does have some nutrients in it. So I won't have to add anything right away, which makes my life a little bit easier. The bag of soil that I bought a bag of soil in bulk and sifted it out. That also has fertilizer in it. So I didn't have to buy any additional fertilizer for that, or I don't have to do any fertilizing with that for a while. It will sustain those plants. And so one of the ways that, I think is good practice is to, look for things that will do dual duty. So this will start my seeds. It'll also fertilize. The soil that I'm sifting out to use as as seed starting mix. When I sift it, I don't throw away the sifted parts. I use those chunkier pieces, because what I'm doing is really sifting out the chunk. Using those chunkier pieces to plant in, mixing them with the soil. And sometimes if you go to Home Depot, they don't have it out now, or Lowe's, they'll have this big thing of green peat moss. Now, I know some people use peat moss, some people use coco coir. For me, I use whatever's on sale. They just happen to have peat moss. It comes in a large compressed bag. That stretches a long way. So I use that to amend my soil. I have clay soil in Ohio, and it used to be very sticky. Although it's not anymore, because I make my own compost. And I use that for seed starting mix, although I do not use that alone. If you use that, I would suggest that you add some vermiculite or some perlite to it, or something like that. I just didn't like it. Like, I tried it alone one year, and my seedlings did not do well. It could also be because the acidity level for that peat moss, it brings the pH up a little bit higher, because peat moss tends to be a little more acidic. So I don't know if it was robbing my plants of some nutrients or whatnot, some nitrogen. But in any case, it didn't like the plain old peat moss like that. So I would add something to it. I would even mix it in with some dirt. So, that's what I got. I also started some comfrey this year. Now, I have not used comfrey to fertilize yet, but I do plan on doing that. So my comfrey sprouted. I was over at Yellow Door. She's trying to use comfrey this year. I've heard Broke Farmer talk about comfrey. So out in the gardening community, people are talking about using comfrey. I'm going to try to fertilize. And my husband is a fisherman, and he brings the fish whole, brings them home, and fillets the fish. So I made a video. If you search Urban Frugal homemade fish fertilizer, I'll come up. I'll show you how to make your own homemade fish fertilizer, which has a ton of nitrogen. When I first started gardening, I bought the 511 fish fertilizer. It was great. My plants did really well on it. But there was always a way for me to make my own. So now that fish fertilizer out there has been sitting over the winters. So I added some more fish guts in there, probably in September or October, because that was the last haul of fish that my husband brought in. And, I just threw it in the bucket. And from that, I'll let it break down. It doesn't break completely down. It does smell bad, but so does 511. So I use that. So there is lots of ways that you can make your own fertilizer. Another suggestion I would say is when I first started gardening, the way that I started my compost being, when I went to the grocery store, I asked the guy who was working in the produce section if they were throwing away any fruits and vegetables in the evening. I said, "Are you throwing away any fruits and vegetables?" "Why, yes, I am, ma'am." I asked them to give me the box. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of those fruits and vegetables were still edible. They were just maybe a little bit bruised. Grocery stores are very funny. If those fruits or vegetables don't look perfect, they will not sell those products, and they will get rid of them. So ask your grocery store for that. Don't be too proud to beg, y'all. Ask them. More likely, if you tell them what you're trying to do, they will give it to you. And so I did that, threw those fruits and vegetables in a black trash can. And from there, when I went grocery shopping, I only got the egg cartons that were cardboard. I used my toilet paper and paper towel rolls. I also use dried grass, so my husband would mow the grass. We don't spray our grass, so the mowed grass, I would take it out of the lawnmower, let it sit. I got free wood chips. I threw those in there. I also shredded up my brown paper bags, so I was intentional in getting brown paper bags instead of plastic. When I went to the grocery store, I went shopping, and I shredded those up, tore those up, and put those in there. So, really anything that was green and brown, I put it in there, and it worked just fine. Another thing that you can do around this time of year, I'll start to eat more bananas. I'm saving my eggshells. Those eggs are expensive right now, y'all. That's a whole nother topic. I wish I had some chickens. But anyway, I normally just put my eggshells in the compost. I rinse them, put them in the compost. I have never had an issue doing that. Well, since it's almost gardening season, and I know that I'll need a boost of potassium for my potatoes, and I need some calcium for my tomatoes to prevent root rot. I'll go ahead and dry those eggshells out, ground them up into a powder so that they can be used right away. And then for my banana peels, if you don't have a dehydrator, you can put your oven on the lowest setting and dry out those banana peels and ground them up and use those as a source of potassium. So those are just a few things that, I do that gives you the fertilizer for everyday use. So you got your bag fertilizer, granular fertilizer. Get that for $1 some a pound. Don't pay more than $1 some a pound. You got your comfrey seeds cost, what, $2, $3? Not even. No, I ain't paying no $3. I know I ain't paying no $3. $2 probably and some change. You got your compost. Start making your compost. You got your kitchen scraps, your banana peels. And if you burn wood, you can use the soot or the pot ash from the wood. All of those things will work and will cost you very little money. So, that's all I wanted today. I just wanted to pop on and share what was on my mind about how to save some money. Y'all know I'm always trying to save $1. Gardening does not have to be super expensive. You certainly don't want to spend $200 to get $2 worth of stuff. You don't. It's great and you'll learn, and normally the first year you don't get a ton of yield, but as you learn and you grow and you progress, things get bigger, the yields get better and better and better. And so, find some ways in the beginning to save that money. All right, y'all, that's going to do it. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to start some seeds. The next video I will give you guys maybe a tour of my seedling, give you a seedling update, or who knows what I have going on. All right. I will see you guys on the next video. Y'all take care. If you have any tips of how to save money on fertilizer, then share them in the comments. And so that new gardeners that pop on the channel are able to see different ways of doing things. That's the nice thing about gardening, is there's a million ways to do things. It's not just one way, it's not just two ways. So, get out there and grow something. All right, y'all. I will see you guys on the next video, and take care and bye for now.